Hello, magical beings! I'm so happy that you're here. I will be doing a reading today. If you like fairy tales and unicorns and just magic, or you just need a little bit of magic in your life today, you're in the right place. All right, so from my deck, Delano Oracle. It's a deck of about fairy tales, but not only about the happy side of fairy tales, but also the more tougher lessons that we can learn from those fairy tales. This is not to dampen the glorious, whimsical, magical fairy tales. This is just to add a dash of, I would say, awareness. These have helped me tremendously. These cards to see things I just didn't want to see because I just wanted to, believe the best in everyone, and you absolutely should. And at the same time, can you hold with another hand the fact that not all people are living from a place of love, and you can still return that non-love with love, but you do need awareness to do that. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Guides, what messages do you have for us today? Okay. We got 3 cards. I'll do the one that jumped out first. It is Mary Poppins. Interesting. So if you do know the story of Mary Poppins, she's like this magical nanny that can do all kinds of just miraculous things really for the kids. But she's also very meticulous. And this is a call or a call out that yes, you can live a whimsical, magical life, and you can also have discipline and order. And that not only does that enable the magic to spread further, I'd like to say, or reach more people, but also it protects you. That's what I want to say. Yeah, being disciplined and meticulous, not that it needs to be done from fear, but from a place of self-love. If you like astrology, this is like a very Virgo card, in my opinion. All right, and then we got the Little Mermaid. The sun is shining a little bit, but that's all right, on the moon. And I'm sure you probably know the story of Little Mermaid as well, but a little recap if you don't. So a mermaid falls in love with a human prince and becomes enamored and obsessed and wants to marry him, and she makes a deal with a wicked sea witch that she will give her voice to be able to become a human, and for the prince to fall in love with her and notice her. And there's different versions of what happens in this story. The Disney version is a little bit more, let's say, kid-friendly than I think it's the Hans Christian Andersen who wrote the first one, or the Grimm brothers, I'm not sure, where the prince does not in fact fall in love with her and goes with someone else, thus having her, I think, lose her voice forever. A great reminder that you do not need to sacrifice yourself for the sake of love. This is something that I've been meditating on lately and coming to realize as I've entered my sacred union with my beloved, and realized how many sacrifices I thought I made in previous relationships because I thought That's what loved called for. So if you notice yourself going into those behaviors of self-sacrifice, not taking care of yourself, or feeling like you need to give up something that is truly important for you, for someone to love you, check in on yourself to see if that is really true, or if the little mermaid here has a message here for you, of, you know what, maybe there was a sea prince that was just like looking for his princess, but she was obsessed and thought she wanted something. Yeah, that did not want her back, and that's totally fine. Sometimes we just want things because we do. There's something there for us, and there's no shame in that. Just a little dash of self-awareness will take you very far when it comes, a big dash, I would say, of self-awareness when it comes to love, you know. But there is something so magical and beautiful about devoting yourself to love and your partner, and allowing yourself to really like surrender to it all and being in this like devotional state. I think deep down we all crave that level of devotion, and I do feel like that level of devotion should first extend to ourselves and then to other people. No matter how much you love them, be devoted and be in reverence of yourself first. All right, and the final card. Oh, okay. A classic also, Snow White. This card has been coming up for me for the past 6 months a lot, and it talks about, obviously, Snow White being this princess that is kind of haunted by this jealous evil queen, and she wants to kill Snow White because Snow White is more beautiful than her. And so the story is about jealousy, and I would say like the dark side of the wounded feminine energy. And this is not to, you know, demonize in any sense, but it's just to notice within yourself. And actually, I would like for you to like have a little mental game with yourself when it comes to this, because it helped me a lot to understand that Snow White and the evil queen are not separate characters, but they are kind of like these archetypes that live inside of you, and how they sometimes compete with each other. You know, the evil queen, she's powerful, she's there to take control and reign, and you know, she wants to be the best, the most beautiful, and most magical. And this could also be like kind of a nod to our human egos. Ego is not a bad thing, but yeah, if unchecked, once again, unchecked, can cause a lot of harm to those more innocent, sweet, kind parts of ourselves that just want to, you know, hang out in the woods and talk to little animals and, you know, the dwarves and all the mystical, magical creatures that are out there. So where within yourself are you letting the evil queen kind of hush or dampen your Snow White, your innocence, your purity, and your kindness? It takes a lot of strength to be kind, like it really does. And circling back to where this all started, about returning the non-love with love. A great example, a very great example about this. And now that I say that, I'm realizing that did they kill the evil witch? I'm not sure. But maybe instead of killing that part of yourself, maybe just like build a nice little room somewhere in the castle and let her, you know, sit it out for a little bit, or let her do her thing in her part of the woods and you do yours. Or if it feels like she needs to go, she needs to go. Up to you. Up to you. And I'm speaking about parts of yourself. I'm not talking about actually killing off anything. No, more like, okay, what parts of me am I allowing to rest at this moment, allowing them to have a rebirth moment, and what parts of me do I want kind of at the forefront of decision making at this moment. Yay! All right, I'll lift these up. So we got Mary Poppins, Little Mermaid, and Snow White. Yay! This was the reading for today. If you liked it, please click subscribe or like. I would be so grateful for that. And yeah, I will see you again in the next reading. Mwah.